In this video, I'll show how to slime or re-slime some UST mountain bike tires and wheels with automotive slime. The spinning wheel here is the rear wheel of my mountain bike. It's got about a good 50 plus holes in it. Hasn't been slimed in about 6 to 8 months, but you can see the slime bubbling out of all the holes here. The reason I use automotive slime is because it's a lot cheaper than the bicycle slime and the stand stuff, and I just don't have time to make my own like some people homebrew their own stuff. But this method works good for me. It's been a godsend since where I live. There's a lot of goat head thorns, and as you can see, it does the job. And never really get flats on the trail. Very rarely do I get a flat, and if I do, I can usually get it to hold enough air to get me back home. You do need to re-slime every so often. The slime will slowly seep out of any existing holes. Plus, if you have dry air where you live, when you add new air, it dehumidifies and creates a vicious cycle in there. I always like to put it on the smallest cog before I take the wheel off. Okay, because of the design of this aftermarket rear disc brake mount I have to remove the skewer to get the rear wheel off. Definitely don't have to take the chain off, but it's getting kind of noisy. Might as well clean the chain too. So yeah, I got pretty old tires, but since they're old, you don't need tools. You can do it all pretty much by hand. I just like to bust the beads off both sides and remove the tire completely from the wheel when I do this. That way it makes it a little easier to clean it up. So yeah, I just like to wipe everything off with some paper towels first, and then I'll get the hose out on it and wipe it down pretty good after that. So the old slime tends to accumulate around the base of the valve stem. I definitely want to make sure you keep that area cleaned up so you don't get a clogged up valve stem. Boogers. Yeah, when these things start rattling around in your tire, it's a great indicator it's time to re-slime. So yeah, the reason for wiping it down before busting out the hose is just to get the big chunks off so you don't have such a huge mess in your driveway and whatnot. It's supposedly non-toxic, but you know, unless you get a good rain or something to clean your driveway, you're going to have a little bit of green stuff there, you know. So that's why I do it this way. Well, once you get it good and clean, I like to turn it inside out and check for any remaining thorns and whatnot. Found one. And since we're cleaning the chain, it's a good chance to clean the cogs too. I pretty much just use citrus degreaser for everything. I think this is Simple Green or something similar to that. I usually mix it like 50-50. So yeah, this is what I'll be using. I think I paid a little over 20 bucks for this gallon size. It's about halfway used up over about a 2-year period. So the question arises, how much slime? You can go to the slime.com site and go to slime.com/us/slime-calculator.php and click on bicycle, and they'll tell you right there. It says 3 to 4 ounces. That's probably fine. I mean, in a dry area, I would put a little more. And once you get a lot of holes in your tires, you're going to want more. I usually put 5 or 6 ounces once I've got a bunch of holes in my tire. So when resetting the beads, conventional wisdom says you need a compressor to get the air to seal. But I find you can still get it done with a pump. You just squeeze down on the tire in different places. Takes a little more elbow grease, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, you can see a little bit of slime already seeping through. That's probably the one thorn that I removed earlier. Don't see it from the other holes as much because they're probably the old slime still sealing the old hole. So if you don't clean it and scrub it too hard, you still have the effect of the old slime. So yeah, it's pretty cool like that. That's how it's done. Put the chain back on and you're ready to ride.